Good evening, everyone, and welcome again to Coding Newton. And today I'll be taking you through how you can set up your Codeforces and connect it with your Visual Studio Code so that the problem that you want to be solving, you will be able to solve them directly in your Visual Studio Code and submit them on Codeforces. So someone may ask, what is Codeforces? So Codeforces, this is a competitive programming platform where different programmers or developers, specifically maybe your friends, you can have a contest on this platform where all of you will be competing on a particular problem, whether data structures and algorithm or any mathematical problems you can be solving here. And at the end of the day, they are going to rank you on based on your performance. So this is Codeforces. One key thing is if you are new to Codeforces, when you log in, it's going to look some way to you because maybe you might not be that familiar with it. So, for example, this is a contest, live contest going on. You'll be invited to join the contest and other things. So today, I'm going to ease your burden where I'm going to show you how you can easily navigate your way in and out on Codeforces. So this is what we're going to be doing. We need some extension, Chrome extension. So we're going to search for competitive companion. So this is Chrome extension, which we need. So we need to download this extension and add it to our Chrome extensions. So it's downloaded. So once it's downloaded, we need to add it to our extensions. So it's over here. Let me pin it so we have it available here. We are not done yet. We also need to go to Visual Studio Code. So once you go to Visual Studio Code, we also need some extensions on Visual Studio Code, which is going to ease our challenge, which is going to make it very easier for us to write our codes and for us to do whatever thing that we need to do. So we need to download some things from our extension, Visual Studio Code extension. We can use the shortcut Ctrl+Shift+X to get our extensions. Then we get to download CP, just type CPH. CPH stands for Competitive Programming Helper. So this is going to help you in your competitive programming. So once it's done downloading, we are through with that. So we can just close it. And now let's go back to Codeforces. So this is Codeforces. This is one problem that I have here. I want us to solve. I want to use this one for demo to show you how you can solve it. So when you come here, you see there's no editor here where you are going to be writing your code. So I'm going to help you connect it to your Visual Studio Code where you can easily write it there and come and submit it here. So since we have all the companions, it's very easy to do that. All that we need to do is once you have come to the contest, you have identify the problem you want to solve, you just go to the green button, which is the competitive companion we downloaded. The moment you click on that, go back to your Visual Studio Code, then it tells you the kind of language you want to use. So you get C++, Java, JS, Python, C, Rust, Ruby, or C#. So mostly competitive programming, I prefer using Python. So the moment I pick this, the CPH, which is the competitive programming helper, gives me the test cases where I can easily run the code. Since the thing is clicked, we just go. So on Visual Studio Code, so this is the problem I solved for this. So this is the problem and this is the solution. So I can just test here. So once I tested, I have passed. What I can do now is I can just copy, or you can submit directly here, but I want to show you. You can copy. Once you come here, just go to submit code. So once you go to submit code, you paste the code, and then you select the language that you want or that your problem was solved in. Then once you are done, let's go. We can choose the problem. So I know it's a square problem. Then we can just submit. So once you submit, it gets submitted here. Then later on, review and tell you whether your solution is right or wrong. So this is it for today. Till we meet again, stay put and try as much as possible to solve a problem